Hello and welcome to my channel. I want to bring you a story about an in-custody death. Fort Worth, Texas. A Tarrant County inmate died in custody Sunday after a medical emergency, jail officials stated. Mr. Anthony Johnson, 31, became unresponsive during an altercation with detention officers and was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead just after 10 a.m. The altercation occurred during cell checks for contraband, according to the press release from the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office. When detention officers approached Johnson's cell, he refused to exit and began to fight. Officers then discharged their OC spray, which is pepper spray, to subdue Johnson, according to the press release. I just don't understand how people can go in jail for something minor and walk in but come out on a gurney. This is very sad.
Changed the Tarrant County Jail after a loved one died in custody. The sheriff's office says 31-year-old Anthony Johnson died after being pepper sprayed during a confrontation with officers in his cell on Sunday morning. One county leader is now asking the federal government to step in. NBC5's Keenan Willer joining us now. Keenan, we've been hearing about this rise and concerns about the deaths at the Tarrant County Jail.
It's been an ongoing issue, and to show you some figures recently, now Johnson was the second inmate in just 4 days to die at the Tarrant Jail, and the fifth inmate to die at the jail this year. More than 60 inmates total have died at the Tarrant Jail since 2017. In an emotional interview today, Johnson's family tells me those numbers are unacceptable, and they're still searching for answers about what led up to his death.
It was amazing.
Chanel and Janelle Johnson say their brother Anthony was an inspiration to them. A Marine Corps veteran, the sisters say AJ was intelligent, loving, and motivated.
He had a really soft soul. Light up a room, can make you smile.
Johnson suffered from schizophrenia. He was arrested Friday by Saginaw police, who say Johnson was standing in the street and waving a knife at drivers. He was charged with possession of a controlled substance and evading arrest and booked into the Tarrant County Jail. Yesterday morning, his family got a knock on their door.
From the chaplain and the two sheriffs to let us know that our brother had died at JPS.
The family says the sheriff's office couldn't tell them what led up to Johnson's death, only that he had died and the Texas Rangers were investigating, which could take up to 4 months.
We're told we can't even see him, and it's just like, when you get told someone died, it's like, how do we know it's real? Like, can we go see his body? Can we make sure that you have the right identity, that we're talking about the right person here?
Later that night, the family saw a news report with a statement from investigators. The sheriff's office says Johnson refused to leave his cell for a contraband check, and during a confrontation with officers, he was pepper sprayed, leading to a medical emergency.
I don't believe emergency. The pepper spray?
I'm gonna make sure.
What was the medical? And why can't you say what it was?
Johnson is the fifth Tarrant Jail inmate to die this year, and the second death in 4 days. His family says Johnson tried to get medical treatment for schizophrenia in recent months, but providers wouldn't take him in, and he was eventually arrested during a manic episode.
If this is the procedure, you guys gotta change it, because it's killing people.
More than 60 Tarrant County inmates have now died since 2017. The family says to honor Johnson's memory, they plan to fight to bring attention to those deaths.
This is the last. This is going to be the last death.
The fact that should be and better be the last death that they ever have, because that's not right.
You can just hear so much pain in their voices there. We reached out to the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office for a response to the family's concerns about what led up to Johnson's death. They referred us to the Texas Rangers for any comments on this case as the investigating agency. Now, in response to concerns about overall inmate deaths at the jail, the Sheriff's Office is working to send us a statement. Brittany.
Keenan, we know you'll continue following this for us. Thank you so much. Also tonight, Tarrant County Commissioner Elisa Simmons is calling for the federal government to look into the Tarrant County Jail inmates' death rate. In a statement, to NBC5, Simmons says, in part, I will be asking the United States Department of Justice to investigate the continual problem of people dying in Tarrant County jail facilities.
And I'll tell you, I really appreciate it. I want to share with you just a few things about the incident last Sunday. Had the opportunity today to meet with the family of Anthony Johnson and had a chance to gather information from them and they gather information from me. Very understandably, they're very distraught, grieving, and they had lots of questions, and a lot of them we can't answer yet, but we're trying. Is that we also know now that as some of the things have unfolded is that Mr. Johnson did have a long history of mental health, and he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. And we know that last Friday in Saginaw, he was arrested for possession of controlled substance and also tampering with evidence. He was in their jail on Friday night, and less than 24 hours later, he was booked into the Tarrent County Jail. And less than 20 hours from that is when the incident occurred, and that struggle that we had spoke of ensued, and he ended up passing at John Peter Smith. Is that also dealing with learning more information about it. This set up really a perfect storm where, once again, that mental health has a significant role, and you're looking across the street at the largest psychiatric hospital in Tarrant County. And you know, for years, law enforcement executives, both sheriffs and chiefs, have screamed from the mountaintops, we need to do something different about mental health. And we're not there yet. I know there are people that are working on it. There are people that are doing good things, but we're not where we need to be in regards to mental health. And on Friday afternoon, the family, prior to the Saginaw incident, had taken Anthony to a private institution who refused to take him because he wasn't a danger to himself and others. We have got to change some of this. We have got to go a different direction, because you never know what would have changed had that had happened. We also talked about some other things in regards to just what is going on with these investigations. Well, when a death in custody occurs, especially ones that have use of force involved, and there's a serious bodily injury or death, many investigations are going on simultaneously. The Texas Rangers are conducting a criminal investigation, and they are lead on that, and we're not interfering with that, and that's outside of our organization. Also, the jail standards will at one time review this along with the Attorney General. We, on the other hand, we will be conducting our own internal affairs investigation. And those things are unfolding as we see, but I'm going to ask the community to just be patient so that we turn over every rock and make sure that we have the facts. The family has told me they've heard, we dispel several rumors that they have heard. Several of them, they said, came from the media, and we weren't sure how that happened. But we want to make sure that people know that we're protecting the investigation and the integrity of the investigation as it unfolds, to make sure that we get to the truth and that things happen the way they need to. We had a detention officer that was injured that's still out, and he hasn't been completely interviewed yet, is my understanding. And we've got a lot of facts still together. Medical folks, by the way, did respond to him when he was in the pods, but he was later pronounced at JPS. If there are any criminal wrongdoing found, those people will be held criminally responsible. And there will be nothing more than their due process happening in a criminal case. If they have violated our procedures and our expectations, they will be held accountable in this agency to the full extreme. But also, I would add that our own officers that are involved in that are also hurting. The peer support team is over helping them as we speak, and they're going through their own grieving process, as this has been a horrific incident involving many people at that time. We'll also ask that all information regarding criminal we direct toward the Texas Rangers. And finally, I would just like to reiterate to the community, while we don't know everything right now, please be patient and allow the process to unfold and allow the truth to come out. And whatever that truth is, it is. And again, if people need to be held criminally responsible, they will. If they need to be held administratively responsible, they will. We will do whatever the next right thing is. And also, on behalf of the family, I would like to say that while they're grieving, they would like their privacy respected, and we would appreciate that also. But again, thank you for coming, and I am going to wrap up at that point. God bless you all. God bless Tarrant County. Thank you.
I will continue to pray for the family that they get answers and monetary gain from this. This is sad. A loved one walk in and they rolling out.